Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming back with another story. This time, this is a story about how my ear almost got completely chopped off. I never sit back when my boys are being beat. If you run and pull my niggas, you gon' have to face me. Lyrics kinda dirty, but the flow's staying clean. Lyrics really dirty and the flow's getting mean. So I was still in primary school at the time, as we call it here in England. It was in the morning time before we were about to go to school. And me and my brother were in my mom's room. My brother and my mom were sat on the bed. I was knelt down by the edge of the bed. And then obviously, my man farted. My man meaning me. And then my brother, he was holding a book and he threw it at me. Now this was an accident, my poor little bro. So he threw it at me and it took my ear. This part on my ear. Like you can see the scar if you look close enough. Like that line there is the scar. And it went shh. And it chopped my ear clean off. It didn't hurt massively. It was just like someone slapped you. Well, you know, like when you're a kid and you get beaten. It was just like that. It wasn't mad painful. But my mum, she like moved my hand from my ear because I was covering it like this. And there was just blood all over my hand. You can easily see the guilt on my brother's face. Like, I must have been like 7. And he must have been like 5. Poor boy. And obviously my mum was very upset. Well, she wasn't upset. She was upset, but she wasn't. But she was telling him off, but she wasn't like mad. She was just like, maybe it was inconvenient. I don't know how she was feeling, to be honest. But anyway, she called one of her friends to go take him to school. She took me to the hospital. I don't know how long we were in the waiting room, but some doctor came in, bandaged my ear up for a little bit. Maybe about 30 minutes later, they took me into the surgery room. There was this male doctor, and he was pouring some antibiotics or antiseptics on my ear. Like, he laid me down on the bed. So I was lying down like this, and the bad ear was in the air. And some tool above me was dripping down onto my ear. It wasn't painful or hurting, but it kept scaring me. So I couldn't really do it. And my mom was telling me to relax. Otherwise we'll have to be here for another like 3 hours waiting before you can get surgery. And you know, kids, they just can't relax. They're just unsettled. I was unsettled. I couldn't relax. And then obviously the doctor's like, well, I'm going home now anyway because I don't have time for this. And then my shift's over. So he leaves. My mom gets annoyed at me because I can't like chill out. About an hour and a half to 2 hours later, they put me in another bed. Like, you know, there's beds that they push around the hospital. And then they had some plaster thing with a needle drilled into my arm to try and help me go to sleep. They put some numbing cream on there as well, but I don't know. And then there was this nurse, I think, and she's like, oh, what do you want to dream about? And I was like, I want to dream about some mermaids, because I kept seeing the images all over the hospital, you know, in the kids section or in the children's ward, they paint pictures and images and cartoons all over the walls. I kept seeing Ariel, so I was like, I want to dream about Ariel. And they were like, okay. So maybe half an hour later, they put me to sleep, took me in for surgery. I don't remember anything else in surgery. Obviously, Mount was out cold. So I woke up in some surgery room and they wheeled me back to my mom. And then I was like, Mom, they said I get to dream about mermaids and I didn't dream about anything. Like, now keeping in mind, my mom is some real person, real to the point. You ask her a question, you get the answer whether you like the answer or not. I used to ask her about Santa Claus, is he real? No. I buy those presents. You lucky if you even get any this year. What about Tooth Fairy? Take your tooth out your face right now. Put it under your pillow. Let's see what happens tomorrow morning. I did that. The same thing happened. She like, now you see. Alright. I love her raw honesty. I love her raw honesty. I love my mom's raw honesty. It's sick. So anyway, what was I saying? So they brought me back and she's like, wow, they just said that to make you happy while you sleep. So obviously, my mom being mother of the year, while I was sleeping, she went to the shop and she bought me some Kinder Buenos. I know everyone knows what Kinder Buenos is. And she's like, she gave me one. They were my most favourite chocolate growing up. And it's so rare that we had them. So I was like, alright, obviously, even my mom felt bad. So they give me stitches in my ear and I have to wear them for like a week or a month. And then we go back to the doctor's to get them pulled out. When I came home, my brother was trying to be really, really nice to me because he still felt bad. And I was like, how was school? Did anyone be mean to you? Because at the school we transferred from a different school to that school, and that school had a lot of bullies, and we always used to get picked on every single day. Like, I'll tell you a bullying story from that school that happened to me. But anyway, circle back to the point. He was like, I told some people and they were mean to me. And he's like, I felt so bad for the whole day. I couldn't even eat. I felt so bad for her. Poor little baby. And he was in that school all by himself. I'm like his big sister, supposed to protect him. And he's supposed to see me at break or lunch. So like, we know we still have each other and that. Poor baby. The next day, I went into school and I told the teacher what happened, and they told the class. And then this guy called Wackass, he was actually born on the same day as me, same age as me as well. He came up to me and was like, oh, I just take some scissors and cut your ear right back off. I didn't even do anything to anyone, like, okay. So obviously me being a little snitch, went and told the teacher. Teacher gave him a mild turn off, even he's like, you shouldn't say things like that. And that was it. Helpful. A week or a month later, I went to get the stitches taken out. Yeah, I went to get the stitches taken out. So this doctor must have got some tweezers. This doctor got some tweezers. Basically, we got to the doctor's surgery, went into her room, she sat us down, she went outside to get some tweezers, came back literally like 2 minutes later, got the tweezers and hold your head, putting them out. Ah, hello. Hello. I'm 7 years old and you just like, don't do anything stupid to your ear and it'll heal just fine. And then we went home. So that was the story behind my ear. That's like the only surgery I've ever had. Actually, I tell a lie. That's the first surgery I ever had. The second surgery I had was on my thumb. I slammed my thumb in the back door and like the nail completely and everything just fell apart. Shall I tell you that story? Do I have time? Yeah, I got time. I never sit back when my boys are being beat. If you run and pull my niggas, you gon' have to face me. Lyrics kinda dirty, but the flow's staying clean. Lyrics really dirty and the flow's getting mean.